Mm-hmm. Alright. 5 years ago, I bumped into a platformer game called Celeste. Have to agree on the majority. One of the hardest and most creative platformers that I have ever played in my life. But there was something in the game that haunted me. In a good way, of course, until now. But before we get into that, let me talk on some technicalities that contributed on my feelings in that said game. First, the music. Aside from the basic controls that can get you easily immersed in the game, its score can actually get you into a flow state, which helps you beat the game. In psychological terms, flow is that sense of fluidity between your body and mind, where you are totally absorbed by and deeply focused on something beyond the point of distraction. Second, the death counter. It actually uses a reverse psychology. Speaking of which, is a persuasion tactic that involves advocating for a behavior that is different than the desired outcome. In layman's, the deaths in the game can be used as a learning lesson to do better. Also, a trophy or a bragging right after completing the chapter and the game. Last is the story. It is pretty much straightforward actually. Madeline, the main character, is actually dealing with depression and anxiety. As a way to challenge herself, she climbs the Celeste mountain. It also features a straightforward metaphor, climbing mountains, where climbing is the journey, the mountain is the obstacle, and its summit is the ultimate goal. Putting those three together cohesively, I have now the recipe for one of the most memorable games that I played in my entire life. Reflectively, the death counter represents our failures in life, a mirror on what to do and what we learn from it to avoid the same mistake again. The musical score represents the help we get along the way. But yeah, there is another thing about this game. Through our own story, our own narrative, how can we become one with ourselves through the journey, which can also help us in achieving our goal. It actually did not take the route of good versus evil, in which the good takes over. The greatest battle lies between yourself, as they say, hitting the rock bottom, reassess, and the most important thing, know and embrace the negative side of you. Now, you know the cons of yourself and its actions. Rebuild and reach whatever goals you have in life. And here I am at the present, climbing on a mountain called life. I'm not at the summit yet. I'm actually at the rebuilding stage. Made mistakes in the past and trying very hard to avoid them. I'm not there yet. Maybe someday I will, or not. Depends on my satisfaction in life. But yeah, the message is clear. We have our own mountains to climb. Now breathe. You, me, we can do this.